Hold on, y'all. We about to get into it. Just wait. Let me share the video.
Another $1.93 at the Exxon off of Garden of the Gods Road. Gas prices in Colorado are extremely low. Colorado ranking 4th lowest nationally, according to AAA.
I came here out of my way to get gas because it's a lot cheaper here.
In El Paso County, the average gas price per gallon is $2.34, $2.41 a gallon in Pueblo County.
I mean, this is insane, right?
$1.93.
$1.93.
Gas is $1.93, which is awesome. I can't believe it. I haven't seen these prices since 2021. I don't know.
But why are gas prices so low?
Refiners are making fuel. Less and less people are driving, drives price down.
In other words, there is more supply, but less demand.
There's stations in Colorado that are $1.70 a gallon, and you haven't seen that since COVID. That's great for families. That's great for consumers. That's great for Christmas budgets.
Especially with the holidays coming up, like every bit helps, so.
For people who buy gas, they tell me that they hope prices continue to stay this low, or even better, go down in price.
How much does it usually cost to put, gas into your truck?
Oh my gosh. Well, I have a 37-gallon gas tank, so it's a lot. It can be $100 or more if I fill it up.
Truck driver from India has been released from custody after being accused of causing a deadly chain reaction crash earlier this month in Washington state. He spent just one day in jail before posting $100,000 in bond. But when police didn't follow up with a case for prosecutors to present in court, that bond was returned. The suspect entered the U.S. illegally under the Biden administration and obtained a commercial driver's license in California. DHS Secretary Kristi Noem will join us next hour.
And white Americans will soon be a minority, and that's great.
Whites will not be the majority. I mean, it's an exciting transformation of the country. It's an exciting evolution and progress of our country.
We are going to be a white minority very, very soon. I'm okay with that.
If things are so bad, as you say, with the white working class, don't you want to get new Americans in?
America is going to look very different in 100 years. You're not going to be able to tell you're black, you're white, you're Hispanic, you're Puerto Rican, whatever. It's going to be very complex, and I think ultimately that's going to be good.
White Americans feel that they're losing their country, they're losing ownership of the country, and they're right. In the end, they are not the future.
For the first time in American history, the number of white people went down.
White population is declining for the first time in history in America.
White people will not be the majority in the country anymore.
This will be the first generation ever in American history in which whites will be a minority.
Treason to whiteness is loyalty to humanity.
Yes, we are back with another episode, family. I think we pretty much done sharing the live. If you familiar with how I go in when we first come on, yes, we gotta share the tape because we gotta address Hypocrite Nation. We gotta address Hypocrite Nation. So y'all see the title, man. Y'all see the title, Christian White Nationalist MAGA Pastor. See, this dude, he tied in with Project 2025. Like I told y'all before, y'all not gonna know who is left or right. Now, if you on the right, I kind of want to see a woman come out and express what she think on here. But I know we're not gonna have nobody that's coming up on here because guess what? These motherfuckers is hypocrites. Bill Moorhead, he was supposed to come up on here. I made a post too. Matter of fact, let me share this to the post, this Facebook post. I'm waiting for people to come. It's 2026, man. If you still in the comment section, man, just get off the internet. You know what I'm saying? If you still typing in it, the thing is, we do lives and we comment live. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. 2026. If you still in the comment section typing and stuff, man, you left behind. Nobody's doing that anymore. People actually coming up here split screen, calling in, doing, futuristic stuff. People want to stay in the comment section, never be heard. See, you could play tricks in the comment section, but that's where it be popping at. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly where it be popping at. So let me hold on. Let me share. I got a new mic too. If you could, you could tell the difference. I got a new microphone. But yeah, where y'all at? I made a post on Facebook about this, and this story broke. This story broke in August. And see, I don't like being a part of communities that doesn't know what's going on in their own backyard. I'm gonna be honest with you. Why do I always have to point out what's going on in the MAGA community? But when I post it, people act like they don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. It's like, man, what's going on? And then you definitely don't have no discernment if that's the case. This story broke 4 or 5 months ago. We just gotta relive it because then nobody catch on. But now since it went too far right, people scared. People are actually scared of the Trump administration that voted for him. People are actually scared of the far hard right Christian nationalists because they say that if women get the vote, they end up turning feminists. That's what some of them believe. Yeah, it's Hypocrite Nation. Come up on here. We don't deal. We deal live and direct. If you go comment on a live feed, because commenting during the on a post, all I'm going to do is read it off and have you come up here and try to explain this shit. And I know why you would agree. Some people would agree with women not voting because it's going to turn into a feminist movement. That's what actually took place, if you want to be honest. But the thing is, personally, I don't care if a woman can vote. I'd rather a woman have a voice. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? That's not my priority. That's not my main priority. The thing is, it doesn't matter because guess what? If you a man, you gonna vote for the wrong person too. What's the difference? It's all about control, man. That's why, and that's why, like I said, they said the white race is dwindling. But then again, like I said, some people are delineating from the white race too because of shit like this, man. But certain immigrants, they get certain perks for classifying as white. Now, the thing is, them damn Somalians, yeah, them Somalians, they classify as white. They don't classify as Somalian. Some of them do, some of them don't. But I'm pretty sure you can write your name. You can write what ethnicity you are on there. Anything you want, you can write on there if you're an immigrant. Because they don't know if you got white blooded. You know what I'm saying? They don't know. They don't know. Because them European and African countries, they're very close to each other. So you could be some sort of you got a DNA test, and they say you Somali, but you got 2% white in you. You could classify as white as a white man. We already pulled that up. And like I said, they like to play with numbers and shit like that. That's why when certain people pull out that per capita shit, man, you know what? A lot of shit could be debunked because guess what? The evildoers lie with statistics. They've been doing it to favor certain groups or certain people. But like I said, y'all hard-headed. And the thing is, we could pull out what they call reverse racism with this stuff, or what we call rapism, because this is the rapism of the white nationalist woman. Now, some of these white nationalist women, they want to be subservient to their man. Let me be honest with you. It's only ugly white men who are white nationalists. I've never seen a damn near perfect white man become a white nationalist. It's always an ugly motherfucker. No homo. No homo. It's always an ugly motherfucker who can't get no ad, like Nick Fuentes, Nick Shirley. They both virgins, but they white nationalists, family. They both virgins, family. They're not spreading their seed. They're not trying to get married. Women don't. The only thing women like about them, because they got followers and views. That's it. Anything below that, it's a no-go. Why you think this motherfucking white preacher man with the devil horns is burning up his Bible? Because he ready to stone. To be honest with you, he ready to stone the white woman to death. This fucking preacher right here, this white nationalist MAGA preacher, Douglas Wilson, and we go pull up his videos. And guess who retweeted his videos? Dummy. Guess who reposted Pastor Douglas video? He's a fat fuck too. He's a fat picklehead motherfucker too. But he's tied in with the Trump administration. And you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. If I was Trump, I'd use them damn Christians too. I would use I would and keep it cool, or what they call kosher. That's what the Jewish community. And kosher stands for pickles. You pickle-headed motherfucker. I told you. New Year ain't no New Year in Hypocrite Nation. You still in 1892 out this bitch. Why you think I didn't say Happy New Year's this year to anybody? I'm not saying Happy New Year's to Hypocrite Nation. You got me fucked up. Because I know y'all gonna repeat the same shit. That's why the ball drops. Because they know your dumb ass is gonna drop the ball every year. And you really celebrate. I didn't tell nobody Happy New Year's in Hypocrite Nation. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's get into it. Because this Paul Bunyan, fat face looking motherfucker, he got the same face as JD Vance. Now they say that the thing is, they say they're not picking JD Vance because he doesn't have a strong jawline. I told you, y'all overhead motherfuckers, y'all not getting put in office. People want masculine men, and they know JD is not a masculine man. When have you ever seen a white nationalist that was masculine? That's a trending entity. Nick Shirley, shouts out to Nick Shirley, because he putting his life on the line to expose some shit. We went over his psyop too. He's saved the day, but he's gay. Nick Shirley is gay. Nick Fuentes is gay. Tell you they coming to save the day, but they're gay. That's it. And guess what? That's rainbow. Rainbow's on the right, man. The rainbow is on the right. It's just masked as white supremacy. Family, white supremacy you gotta think, man. White supremacists, shit, back in those days, they was butt breaking the slaves. Yes, they was actually having actual intercourse with the slaves. So you know it runs in their lineage. Now the thing is, Pastor Douglas, a Christian nationalist figure from Moscow, Idaho. Got that Moscow, Idaho. Who the hell stays in Moscow, Idaho? A damn white supremacist, man. They stay out in the woods and shit. They hunt. They do all that shit. You better not go out there because they'll shoot your ass. Especially if you're black. Okay? They gonna shoot you right in your fucking ass. And they gonna ask questions later. Matter of fact, they gonna try to say you try to break into their house. All right? It is what it is, man. We don't sugarcoat nothing over here. We already know you're a part of Hypocrite Nation. If the shoe fits, wear it. We don't judge. But we already know that. We already read the analytics. Some of y'all came into 2006 lying already, boy. Some of y'all came into 2026 lying already. Jeez Louise, man. It is bad. It is horrible, man. I said, oh my God. I asked a question earlier yesterday. I think it was 2 days or so. I said, where is the all seeing eye located at? You know what everybody told me? On the top of the pyramid. I said, oh my God. I said, really? I said, people are really out of their minds. People would just give me the typical everyday answer. That's how you know. If you ask a question, everybody answers it the same way, just know that there ain't no motherfucking hope in this world. Did nobody give me an ultimatum, no other, you know what I'm saying? It was, it's off the top of the pyramid. No. I asked you, where is the all-seeing eye located? You know where the all-seeing eye is located at? The center. The center. The top of the pyramid is the Earth simulation. If you want to be honest, Earth is the pyramid, one big pyramid, but they don't know. Because the thing is, if you hollow out all the oceans, guess what? Earth would look like one big pyramid now, would it? One big reciprocating hyperboloid family. But guess what? They're not going to tell you that. Where is the all-seeing eye located? The center. Oh, who they call the Santa or the Satan. Now, Pastor Douglas, as you can see, is Satanism. Satanism is not necessarily bad, to be honest with you, because before the Bible, there was no concept of evil or good. It was, you just knew it or you didn't. Ignorance was evil, because the God of the Bible, he divvies out evil and he divvies out good. He is what you call the demiurge. And yes, this is what Pastor Douglas specializes in. He specializes in left and right. Now, the thing is, if you go too far right, see, there are conservatives that believe they are really liberals, family. Yes, they are really horny and sexually deviant, but they are conservatives somehow. But if they go too far right, those values, those unique values goes out the window. So at the end of the day, if it was up to him and his city of Zionism, the perfect world would be women being not able to vote at all. And the thing is, I want to know your opinion. But in Hypocrite Nation, there is no such thing as opinions, only facts and truth. You see how it goes on this channel? Over here, yeah, it gets a little tough over here. It ain't no easy ride over here, because I know y'all been affected with Hypocrite Nation. I know your days are numbered, family. You haven't been, what have you accomplished these last 5 years while left and right has been going at it? Have you started your podcast? Have you invested money into yourself these last years, or did you talk about Trump all day? Did you start writing your book? Did you build that deck that you was planning on building, or was you too worried about Joe Biden and Donald Trump that you didn't accomplish anything in your real life, family? See, this show ain't all about politics. I told y'all, I'm diverse over here. But when you're dealing with white Christian nationalists, there's no such thing as diversity, family. There's no such thing as being unique. And guess what? The root word of unique is you. You. And that's, if you are you, that's blasphemy in the Christian alt-right nationalism. Pastor Douglas Wilson, a Christian nationalist figure from Moscow, Idaho. This motherfucker really from Russia. But guess what? He's in Idaho. Has publicly argued that women should not have a right to vote. He going back to 1695 in Jamestown. He going back, man. It's a real goddamn pilgrim right here. Okay, it's a real pilgrim right here. And the thing is, allegedly, no, it ain't no allegedly. This is a fact. White women have delineated from white men because of this damn ideology. And I'm telling you right now why it's going. Because the thing is, a lot of white women that are like fast, and not fast as in fast in the ass, but knowledgeable about what's going on in these spaces, they not dealing with no white nationalists, man, because they getting beat behind closed doors because their wife is looking at Brad over here. Yeah, his wife looking over at Brad while she laying with a big fat motherfucker Douglas Wilson, Christian nationalist, but she looking at Chad that got a six pack that's not a white nationalist. He's just a conservative. There's different levels to this shit. There's different levels to what we call Satanism, family. Satanism on the right too, fam. Satanism was the first religion on earth because it dealt with the snake going around a tree. What is the snake going to represent going around the tree? The lights around the Christmas tree, family. You still practice Satanism, just in different forms. You still worship Murdoch in the form of different deities such as Allah, Christ, Krishna, Brahma. All these gods always end up wrapping themselves around a tree or some type of burning bush. And what did the Bible say? Not to bring trees in your damn house. And what did you do? Put a damn tree in your house and wrapped it up with the serpents, the lights, or the serpent going around the Christmas tree, family. Because if you rearrange the word present, yeah, that's called serpent. See, when you get on this channel, we're going to teach you something new. If anybody is not teaching you anything new, I advise you to leave and exit the building immediately. I've been giving y'all something new to chew on every day for the last 5 years. I give y'all something new every day. So that means I done told y'all something new every day about 1,500 times, man. Every day. But guess what? I'm censored. I've been censored over the years. Right? It just is what it is. Because if you telling a lie, or if you don't necessarily have to tell the lie. You got to be able to mix the truth with the lies. If you really want to be successful in this world, okay, you can't give it to them straight shooter. They're not going. It'll kill them. You give these people the straight truth. That's why it takes a while for you to die and go back to heaven. You can't just get hit with the truth. You'll die instantaneously, man. You'll die instantaneously. You can't handle it. That's when they say you can't handle the truth. Shit, God really mean that shit. You're not gonna be able to handle it, man. because you got pride. You got these damn layers in the way. The layers are the liars, or the many alternate realities over the base reality. Okay, family. You see how he burning this book? He burning trees. Paper come from trees. He burning the book. This is the burning bush, family. And what did I tell you the devil horns represented? Yeah, communication, the antennas coming out the TV, the Cubala or the cube of Allah, the cube. Let me slow this down for you. The cube of Allah, the Kabbalah cube. That's the TV. That's the phone. Okay, that's the mark of the beast. Who was the beast? The serpent. The beast system. System failure. We in a reset, family. 2026 was we just had a reset. We just had another reset, y'all. Okay, 26 ain't gonna be nothing like last year. Because 45 and 47 go turn up. This is gonna be, see, this year was all about finding the holes, all of the bullshit in the midst of all the other lives. That was what 2025 was all about. 2026 gonna be about retribution. But you was already proved to be a hypocrite in 2025. So when things start turning around, I kind of don't want you to say anything, because you was never really over the target. You was always wishy-washy. You didn't know what the fuck was really going on. But somehow you got all these people listening to you because they are in the same boat you are. You see what I'm saying? A hypocrite cannot listen to somebody that's telling the truth. They have to listen to somebody that was fooled also to make them feel, what they say, misery loves company. So these are the hypocrites that's dwelling the nation, aka hypocrite nation, family. Digital overload. New Year's was gloomy. New Year's was gloom. This has been the gloomiest, not for me, but for everybody else. Energy is down for a lot of people. Energy levels is down for a lot of people. Now, let's read. He said, or that voting should be restricted to households led by men. These statements have been widely covered by national outlets. And see, the thing is, this stupid dummy. Let's pull up this stupid dummy right here. This dude's stupid. Let me pull my damn screen share up. Because the thing is, I don't know if y'all can see that or not. Somebody said, let's pull this up. Look. Diana posted, said, this is not true. Ha 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 ha. Who else like this shit? Bill Moorhead, his racist ass, dead ass daddy. Yeah. The reason why I'm coming at him like that, because he said some disrespectful shit about me. So we pretty much on the same level. His fake ass, dead ass dad. So the thing is, I said, are you sure about that? She didn't rebuttal. That's why I don't like the comment section, because if you proven a hypocrite, this shit happened in August. And what the fuck you mean this shit ain't true? What the fuck you mean this shit ain't true? And guess what? People following her, she got more likes than me. She not even a fucking content creator properly. I'll be like, how these motherfuckers got more likes and more engagement than me, but these motherfuckers don't even go live. They just post shit everybody else posts. And they just copy and paste. So it's been a lot of fuckery going on like that for years on Facebook. I've been done with Facebook. I treat Facebook like my trash can. So when I just want to piss people off with the truth, I post on Facebook and let the gumps just you see what they doing? Not true. Yes, it is, because we about to watch the video. She said Brenda Flanagan, she been following me for years. She's still on the fence about some things. She been listening to them white nationalists, but shit, she don't like it when I don't think she believe when black people tell the truth. So she'll wait. The thing is, she'll wait on the damn white nationalist to lie to her fucking 10 years. But at least she'll say a fucking nigger ain't fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? She'll be like, oh, well, that nigger over there, he did tell me the truth a long time ago, but shit, he's a nigger. I'll just rather wait. I'll just rather wait 10 years for it to come out from somebody I typically listen to. Yeah. Make me want to fucking vomit out this bitch. Y'all know I've been telling the truth for years. You know, I don't give a fuck what color you are. We done roasted everybody. Everybody gets it on this channel, and everybody gets it bad, pretty much bad. It usually it's really Hypocrite Nation. I'm gonna be honest. Hypocrite Nation bleed the same color. Okay, they got I call it Negroitis. Yeah, it's pretty bad. See who commented? Let's pull up who commented. Look, Karen. Candace, look, she the reason why she said who gives a rat's ass, because guess what? Yeah, it's a little too late. And the thing is, we've been exposing Candace. I've never been a Candace Owens fan. So just by that, I'm ahead of you guys at least by a decade. Going on a decade. I told y'all, I said Candace Owens, she COINTELPRO. She COINTELPRO out there. We did documentaries on Candace Owens before she even acted up. Before she made it obvious to everybody else. Hold on, we got a comment. Kim Powell, Facebook is a battlefield for posting the truth. We are in a psychological war. The internet. Yeah, you know what? Facebook is the last place for everybody to find out the truth. That's why I said it's a graveyard on Facebook. So if somebody's on Facebook and they're not tapping in with these other channels, Facebook is designed for is Johnny Come Lately app. Facebook is the Johnny Come Lately app. That's why you got so many people on my in my comment section like, yeah, what's going on? Man, it's the same shit I'm posting on here. We done cracked this shit on X. We done cracked this shit on Elon Musk app. All these other apps, Threads. Man, I got about 5, 6, 7 social media apps on my phone. You know, I do this. We go live every day on this channel. We go live every day for the last 5 years faithfully, family. And people come up on my status like, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I do. I'm tapped in with everybody else. Yeah, Facebook Johnny Come Lately. That's why I be like, man, bro, look. Let's pull this daggone shit up. Let's pull this back up. So I made this post. Shouts out to Kim Powell. Kim Powell been on my page. We've been friends for damn near 5 years. About 5 years. It's been about 5. He probably remember when I started this shit. You probably been around since I started this shit. See, there was them January 6 days. January 6th. I was at January 6th. I've been around for a long time. Matter of fact, I'm gonna every time I repost the pictures, the videos of where I was at the night before, Freedom Plaza. Alex Jones was talking up there on stage. Every time I repost that video, it got taken down, man. Every time I post, well, not every time, but like some of my real good music that I posted, taken down. Yeah, you've been riding, man, since the beginning. Yeah, sister, you was probably around when I was rapping on a phone, and I didn't even have my studio. That's how long you probably been around. But trust me, I remember your name. I remember all my people that been on here. And a lot of people, some people have been mad at me, but they haven't erased me because guess what? Everything I say comes to fruition. So they be like, "Oh man, he said something crazy. Just wait, it ain't formed yet. It ain't formed yet." So you see a lot of stuff forming. Like I said screw Candace Owens before when everybody was loving her. So I lost a few followers over that. Uh, I said screw Elon Musk because he was pushing this, white people dying and shit. He putting fear in white people. Oh, they depopulate. No, they just playing with the numbers. I said certain groups are are taking a step back, delineating from the white diaspora because they going by they natural state. So you got Mexicans, Venezuelans coming over here cosplaying as white, and when they go by their true identity, when they snap back in true form, the numbers go down for the white race, but they was really cosplaying the whole time. But then you got Elon Musk over here screaming, "Oh, the white people are evaporating." I'm like, man. So I call him. I called him on that a long time. Go look at this documentary we did, Jesus Christ versus Elon Musk. And the thing is, he put so much fear in y'all heart and white people's heart, thinking they just evaporating and shit. Guess what he specialized in? IVF. So people go think, oh, we're we're evaporating, we're getting raptured, and they go run to him. They go run to him to repopulate again. But the thing is, guess what? 2020, the Wuhan virus did do a lot of damage. And guess what? That's gonna be the scapegoat for IVF family. I told they been breeding people. That's what they was doing on Epstein Island. They was taking them girls. They was screwing them, but they was taking their eggs. They was taking their ovaries and shit. These are reptilians. Reptilians love eggs. I told y'all we went into the damn decode. We do live documentaries, man. We do live documentaries on this channel, and nothing is pre-planned. I don't write. This is all coming from the top of the dome, family. So let's get in to the rest of the bill, and I'm gonna play the video. I'm gonna play the video. So, but the thing is, you got Hypocrite Nation on here. She said, see, Zen Vita, she been following me for about 5 years too. She's starting to come around to what I've been saying. I said, man, yeah, we align with the right. Yeah, cool, man. That don't bother me. I'd rather be aligned with the right than with the left. But the thing is, when they get too far right, a lot of people go swing back left, or they ain't gonna swing back left. They gonna be centered. And when I said centered, I said where. This is why I asked the question 3 days ago. I said, where is the all seeing eye located at? I said people was like on the top of the pyramid. I said no, it's not. Matter of fact, I didn't even give them the answer. I said the center, because when you're located at the center, that's the straight and narrow, family. That's biblical cosmology. That's Christ right there. Christ is centered. Guess what? Center is Santa. That's the god of the North Pole, aka 33rd degrees, family. The all seeing eye, 33rd degree vertebrae. That's the top of the pyramid right there. That's the pineal. The pineal gland sits on top of the 33rd degree vertebrae, family. You see what I'm saying? And they say they had, when it comes to biology about the body, and they said that this liquid leaks from your head, from your brain to your spine, called it start with something. Y'all know what I'm talking about if y'all tapped in, but it leaks down your damn spinal cord or something like that to make everything else, function properly. But this light right here is the spinal cord or the penis of Osiris right here. The spinal, it could be personified as the spinal cord, the penis, because that's where the light shoots out at. That's your Jedi pillar right there. That's Christ right there. Christ is the all-seeing eye. Okay. So when you see these entertainers, throwing up the all-seeing eye, they just they basically saying we see everything y'all doing. Y'all copying us. Or vice versa. Because that's what the devil allegedly loves to do. Copy the soul inside the simulation. This is the trapping system. The trapezoid system. And there's a deity that personifies I forgot what his name was. It's not the Vitruvian man. I'm about to find him right quick. It's not the Vitruvian man. Hold on. To do some open research. Let's do some research. Some of this stuff, I know what it is. I just be forgetting it. He's personifying Chronos. Well, I'm not. Might be the. I mean, that's one. Like I said, the Vitruvian man, but it's not. He's not what I'm looking for. I'll find it later. I ain't gonna stop the show. I ain't gonna stop the show for that. But let's continue the build. What Douglas Wilson actually said, verified. He supports. Let me get this off the screen. He says he supports ending women's individual right to vote. I mean, like I said, some people cannot feel like they cannot control their women, so they gotta put all these damn laws, to intervene, man. Like, I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. Some people just insecure, dude. Some people just real insecure about certain shit, But then again, it turns into something else down the line. I understand it from both ends. I'm being truly honest with you, because the thing is, you give the women's rights to vote, and they end up turning into feminists, going against the men. But the thing is, the natural balance of the universe is already off anyway. Because if you want to be honest, it did start with the woman. It started with the woman, family. It was they were used to worship the female apparatus, what they call the uterus. That's the goat head too. That the goat head is the Gota Mendes, or what they call the matrix. Now the thing is, when you're dealing with the matrix is mentioned 5 times in the Bible, y'all. Yes, it is, and it personifies a what? A female womb. A female womb. Yes. We gonna get into the history of the god Amma, and I'm gonna do a live documentary on the god Amma, because that Amma goes way back before the male deities. That was actually her story to his story. So we was under the matriarch, then we transferred into the patriarch, where men started taking over. And let's see, now you see where the feminist movement really came from, family, because it was actually all tribal. Now the thing is, that's what it has become with the political movement. But like I said, it's off balance. Man has taken over the position of woman, and vice versa, y'all. So that's what's actually going on. It got flipped. See, back then you used to be able to be birthed through the woman. Now you got to be birthed through the man, Christ. Either way, you know, you shooting your seed into an egg. You shooting your seed into an egg. The psyop targets the woman like spirits do. They only have to take over the woman's brains to destroy a man's image. I say if the weak, like I said, the strong gonna survive anyway. The strong is gonna survive anyway, and just leave it as that. Because trying to explain uh anything to a grown adult at this point is just null and void. So I'd rather people just self destruct on their own. I think that's the we go take it the natural route. But like I said, it's called free will as well. But there are earthly governments in place that infringe on your free will. And some women feel like their free will is being infringed on by public affairs. So we're gonna get into this video. And see, the thing is, when you're dealing with Christian white nationalism, they are. See, the thing is, I agree with some of the stuff they say, like family. Well, the thing is, that's a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer. You know what I'm saying? The Willie Lynch letter called "The Making of a Slave" describes the tactic used to cause the woman to fight against the man. Yeah, it's a whole tactic. We did a yeah, you're right about that. We did a documentary called Universe 25. It basically has something to deal with the Willie Lynch syndrome. Some people still got the Willie Lynch syndrome, but that's based off Universe 25. Because a lot of people ended up, canceling each other out once they got to the heights of their civilization. They end up canceling each other out. Yeah. It always happens. You see it happening right now in the right wing diaspora. You see a lot of right wing individuals going against each other because the left is obliterated. The left is, you know what I'm saying? There ain't no there ain't no meat on the bone. There ain't no meat. There's no meat on the bone. The only thing we got left is the Somalians. We don't forgot about the Mexicans. We don't forgot about the Mexicans. Now it's on to the Somalians. Now the Mexicans can come back while right wing bang on Somalians. Well, I haven't heard of a fucking I haven't heard anybody talk about a Mexican in about a month now. And you could check the algorithms. Ain't nobody talking about no Mexicans no more. Probably here in a few months, but due to the algorithm, it's Somalians. Mexicans walking right past ICE right now. Mexicans walking right past ICE. All that. They looking for Somalians. They changed the color code, I guess. But yeah, this story actually broke in August of last year. But as you can see, I posted it as if it was new information. But come to find out, we still had Johnny come latelys saying this is not true. And Jeffrey Culp, I don't know why he come on my everything, bro. We already know. See, he's one of those people that just he wears the Democrats out. Like, bro, we already wore them out. We already like, bro, we already know that white liberal women have a mental health condition. We already know that. But what we don't know what's going on the other side. We already defeated the left. Where do you think the demons shifted to? Where do you think the demons you think the demons just left and went home? So yeah, there's a lot of cognitive dissonance going on in the right wing diaspora, man. It's to the point where wow. How what is this? How Broad said they may have a point since women have been voting. The country has gone further and further down. See, they blaming it on the women. Don't blame it on the women. To be honest with you, don't blame it on the women, especially if you're a man. Can't blame nothing on a damn woman, especially if you're a man. I see. I don't see. I've never pointed the fingers at anybody except my damn self. The thing is, what are you doing to run your household? See? And like I said, there are a lot of feminine men in the right wing that pose as yeah, tough guys. Manly, but they really feminine, fam. They really struggling with everyday relationships with women. Probably haven't touched a woman in decades, fam. These are the same people that come online and talk about everybody else. Meanwhile, they're not repopulating the earth with their seed. Like I said, I'll give you a perfect example. Nick Fuentes, 27-year-old virgin. Nick Shirley, 27-year-old virgin. These people are feminine, right wing, gay people. It is what it is. 27 years old, still a virgin, but you love God and you still haven't found a woman yet. Boggles my mind, man. You think, honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. Do you think anybody in their right mind is gonna listen to a virgin 100%? 100%? Hell no. Hell no. You think I'm gonna listen to a virgin give me a relationship advice? That's what Nick Fuentes is doing. That's exactly what Nick Fuentes is doing. And he's telling other white men not to date white women while complaining about the birth rates declining. What do we call that? Hypocrite nation. Hypocrite nation. So Wilson openly advocates for the U.S. to become a Christian nation, which is fine and dandy, but when it becomes overkill, people go swing back left, fam. People are going to swing back left, and they go swing hard too. That's where you get the school shooters. That's where that's where you get hacksaw Jim Duggan come in your damn school, come shoot up shit because hard right Christian nationalists don't want anybody to have any identity. They want everybody to be a Christian nation under hypocrite nation. It ain't just Christian nation. It's attached to hypocrite nation. Yeah, or slightly tarded. Exactly, Kim Powell. Exactly, sir. Right over the target, brother. Yeah. But it says that he is also co-founder of the Communion Reformed Evangelical Churches, CREC, a network associated with Christian nationalist ideology, family. I told you once it goes too far, right, you end up becoming a domestic terrorist. But like I said, if I was a a politician or a businessman, I would use the Christian community to my advantage. Yes, I would. Yes, I would. And guess what? Isn't the temple already rebuilt in Jerusalem, family? Hasn't the temple already been rebuilt in Jerusalem? I would feed right in the Bible, just like 45 and 47 is doing. He's running a masterful playbook, family. And guess what? He's not necessarily uh hurting. Basically, Trump is doing what Constantine did. All right. Trump is just doing exactly what Constantine did at the Council of Nicaea. And actually, what did I tell you with Charlie Kirk? I said, damn. I said Trump acting like Constantine right now with Charlie Kirk. How Constantine did how Constantine twisted up Jesus Christ. I said, by God, because I read a lot of history. I said, by God. I said, Donald Trump, Constantine 2.0 out this bitch. I said, holy moly donut shop. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Now let's get into this. Hold on. All right. We are the temple, Jesus rose. Anything else is a delusion. Yeah, there's two different temples. There are actual temples that the Freemasons they build the synagogues in, and in these synagogues, they sold harvest. What's uh what's inside the real temple. So they just transferring powers with inside these archetypes, basically. And the thing is, the archetypes could be buildings or actual humans, family. Yes, they could be both. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they could be buildings, persons, place, or things. Yeah, we learned that in school. The nouns, pronouns, adjectives, person, places, or things. Yes, those could all be considered temples. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Or what they call the temples, right and left, or the pillars, Joachim and Boaz. That's the pineal gland pushing between the left and the right brain, family. That is the temple of God. That's where the the seat of God sits in the pineal, or what they call the pinnacle. So when I asked the question a few days ago, I said, "Where is the all-seeing eye located at?" The center between the left and the right brain. Now, when you look up not biblical cosmology, the story of Joachim and Boaz, you see him pushing the two pillars. You see Samson pushing the two pillars. Samson would be considered the pineal gland, creating a crease or a Christ or a gateway, I might add. See, I wanted to keep this, on this guy, but when I really go deep, it turns into something else. So let's get into. Oh well, look, Dave Myers said I've never met one. Are you sure? He asked me, are you sure they exist? See, the thing is, they messing with the fake Christian right nationalists. See, these Dave Myers and shit, they don't know what a real Christian white nationalist is. A Christian right nationalist believe you don't get nothing, woman or anything. You don't get shit. That's what real Christian white nationalism is. You ain't getting fucking shit. It's all about white men. Fuck the white women. Fuck the black man. That's a real Christian white nationalist out this bitch. And he gonna use the Bible to justify his nasty behavior, family. Now let's get into the video. I ain't about to be on here all night. Let's look video. So this
Women are the kind of people that people come out of.
So you just think they're meant to have.
See, the thing is, he damn near. See, he's so far right. Brody's so far right. He going back left. This dude is so far right. He damn near going back to pronouns and shit. I told you. He said women are just basically just concubines. He damn near tipping back left again. I told you. Hypocrite nation. They have nowhere to go except snake eating a tail. Guess what? Like I said, in Christianity, they used to worship the serpent before Christ. See, Christ is a shapeshifter. He was a serpent. Then he turned into a burning bush. He done turned into a goat, a lamb, a shepherd, a fish. He goddamn anamorph out this bitch. So you don't think he know how to shapeshift too? Let's play the video.
Women are the kind of people that people come out of.
So you just think they're meant to have babies.
The thing is, Pete Hedeseth retweeted this pastor, y'all. I'm not saying that his views align with this dude, because I think, yeah, Pete Hedeseth, he cleaned up after he reposted this video. He cleaned himself up. He said I'm with women voting, but the thing is, people go look at Pete Hedeseth like, why you retweet this son of a bitch? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, people go look at Pete Hedeseth like, you got some secret alliance with this motherfucker? Let's pull the video. I'm about to go get me a beer. Hold on, I'm gonna run the video. Shouts out to Kim Powell.
They're just a vessel.
No, it doesn't take any talent to simply reproduce biologically. The wife and mother, who is the chief executive of the home, is entrusted with 3 or 4 or 5 eternal souls.
I'm here as a working journalist, and I'm a mom of 3.
Good for you.
Is that an issue?
No, and no, it's not automatically an issue.
Christchurch senior pastor Doug Wilson is the leader of a Christian nationalist movement that believes in a patriarchal society where men are dominant and women are expected to submit to their husbands. Josh and Amy Prince, along with their 4 kids, moved from Washington State to Moscow, Idaho, where Wilson's movement is based.
Do you see Amy as your equal?
Yes and no, in the sense that we're both saved by grace. We're absolutely on equal footing, but we have very different purposes, God-given.
But do you see yourself as the head of the household, as the man?
He is the head of our household.
Yes.
Yes, and I do submit to him.
So like moving here
I was just going to say that.
ultimately your decision.
Yes.
That's a great
example.
Wilson says in his vision of a Christian society, women as individuals shouldn't be able to vote. His fellow pastors, Jared Longshore and Toby Sumter, agree.
In my ideal society, we would vote as households.
Man, you see this shit? You see this? You see this? I think. Let me be honest with you. This is why people are disgusted by the white man. I think the white man don't even like the white man. I think some white people out there that are conservatives hearing that shit was like, what the fuck? And I think a lot of people, we knew some of this shit was coming, but we was like, man, we'll just deal with it anyway. Because guess what? I kind of rather deal with this than the typical left. But these are problems. Shit, man, these are just problems some people gonna have to deal with. To be honest with you, these are some people. See, if they get rid of the white woman, they gonna start at the white woman. And they go start at, then they go down to the black man. And then guess what? That's what they trying to do. That's what they trying. They ain't fucking slick. They gonna start with one person. See, they already started with the immigrants. And then they go push it. They go push it to the white women before they push it to the black people. And when they push it to the black people, guess what? A lot of motherfuckers ain't gonna give a fuck anyway. Because guess what? Some say them votes don't even count. But allegedly, they trying to fix that. That's what all that Venezuela stuff is all about too. And voting machines, all that Smartmatic, Dominion voting machines. That's what it's really about. Well, of course, the drug trafficking, but if you interfere in U.S. elections, you deemed a terrorist by law at this point. I think that was written in one of those executive orders. Matter of fact, it was. I think Trump signed that in before he left office because he already knew they was gonna fuck up. Mm-hmm. They consider that Safe and Fair Elections Act. But let's get back to the video. Yeah, because honestly, in 2026, they try to bring this bitch back to 1865. I told y'all this was gonna happen. I said you either gonna have to deal with this, or you're gonna have to deal with the left. And common sense gonna tell you not to deal with the left. We could deal with this shit. This shit could be this shit could be overturned. People are not gonna have this shit. So this shit gonna end up getting mellowed out after a while. And that was the whole point of getting back America back out again, because 2026, there are gonna be a lot of more Americans out having fun again, y'all. But in the meantime, if you did not do right by God, you might be stuck in a house. You might be stuck in a house this year. Mm-hmm. Some people are ashamed to show their faith this year. I told y'all what to do. I said if you have some sort of hobby, tap into your hobby, because you're not gonna get satisfaction from anywhere else, bro. Outside your natural habitat, you're not gonna find anything else. You're gonna do the same shit. Go to work, come home to your family, cook dinner, go lay down, get on your phone, repeat the same shit. At least fucking do something for yourself, man. I don't care if it's 30 minutes, hour, it'll keep you sane. Trust me.
And I would ordinarily be the one that would cast the vote, but I would cast the vote having discussed it with my household.
But what if there's your wife doesn't want to vote for the same person as you?
Right. Well, then that's a great opportunity for a good discussion.
There are some who have gone so far as to say that they want the 19th Amendment repealed.
I would support that. And I'd support it on the basis that.
See, some people agree with this. Lord Lucius, I think his name is Lord. I think he's a rapper. Shouts out to him. I've been following him for a while. Lord Lucius, this dude right here. Go sub up to him. He said he agreed. He agreed with him. He said he agreed. But like I said, you're gonna have people agree to disagree. So me, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna be honest with you. Because like I said, they gonna do what they want to do anyway. We could talk about it, get the word out of what some people like to think. Some people are pushing behind the scenes. That's all we could do. But that's all we could do is talk about it. Because ain't nobody go really go out there and fight nobody unless the shit, you know, becomes like Mad Max, you know, or Purge. That's when it's gonna pop off. When it's Purge and Mad Max type of setting after the reset. I don't know if y'all seen that movie. Let's pull up this right quick. Let's pull up Mad Max. You got this film Mad Max right here. Let me pull this up. Pull this up. You see this movie Mad Max? You see how they was looking? This is after the reset, family, where everything has just been obliterated and they got to start over, but they still have some form of technology like guns and stuff like that. So this is after the reset. You get a Mad Max type desert setting. All the waters done evaporated and shit. Fucking cataclysmic fucking revelation type war done broke out. So let's pull this back up.
The atomization that comes with our current system is not good for humans.
And Wilson, a veteran himself, is unapologetic about his view that women shouldn't be in certain leadership or combat roles.
Looking at the leadership page for Christ Church,
Right.
it's all men. Do you accept women in leadership roles in the church and in government?
In the church, no.
Why?
Because the Bible says not to.
Well, that's not what happens in the Bible. Women do lead all the time.
Progressive faith leader Reverend Jennifer Butler is concerned about Wilson's growing influence.
He is rapidly gaining in power. He has hundreds of churches established around the country. They actually literally want to take over towns and cities, and they have access to this administration.
Wilson's highest level connection to the administration is Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth.
It's not organizationally tied to us, but it's the kind of thing we love to see.
For his part, Hegseth has publicly praised Wilson.
Now we're standing on the shoulders of a generation later, the Doug Wilsons and the others.
Performing on the biggest stage in the world.
That's another revelation we need to take heed to, because some people, knives, bullets, bacon, assless chops. Yep, you're right about that. But that's what, you know, see, you got to think, man, you got to ask the woman how they feel about this. You know, you got to ask the woman how they feel about this, because if the women are disgruntled about this revelation, they're not going to want to procreate with white men if they have this type of ideology, family. I'm trying to help the white men out on here, because I said over the last 4 years they done went too far right and they done left the damn building. I said they gonna end up leaving the building to the point where they're not gonna be able to come back in, creep back in the door, because a lot of women ain't down with this shit. I'm telling you right now. I think this is another depopulation tactic too, to piss off the white women. But I guess we could go into some more news later. Make sure you support the show. Shouts out to Kim Powell for stopping in. And he has some good input. I'll be on tomorrow, family. I will be on tomorrow. Hopefully we're able to be on here for a few hours on Friday night. I wanted to do a 24-hour live stream, but it didn't happen last night, man. I fell asleep. It didn't happen. But yeah, we might just do one, honestly. But yeah, we out of here, man. Love y'all. We out.